Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Welcome to our video presentation ACC 407 on Fundamental Financial Accounting and Reporting. Today Group 4 will present you our analysis of real small business. We collected information and arranged it using accounting concept and prepare a clear explanation for you. So let's begin. First, let me introduce our group members. My name is Siti Umairah binti Muhammad Abdul Kadir. My friend is Nur Hidayah binti Hamzah and Nik Nurmila Shadira binti Nik Hasanuddin. So each of us will present different parts of this project. Now, let's look at the business background. So the owner of this business is Mr. Muhammad Izani bin Ismail. He started this business around 2020. So the main shop is in Pasir Puteh, Kelantan. There are another branch in Kuantan, Pahang. The shop is open every day from 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. This business began with an initial capital of 100,000 used to buy furniture, pay for transport, repairs and business space. This business only has 2 workers, but they still can manage everything well. Their performance is quite good. Daily sales are between 500 until 2,000 and monthly sales are about 10,000 to 16,000. Their main activity is bringing used furnitures from Singapore and repairing, cleaning and then selling it to customer who wants get a good furniture at a cheapest price. So overall this business is stable and continues to grow.
So now I will tell you about the business characteristic of Perabot Bandar Singapore Gong. The business characteristic have 6 items, but first, let me tell you, this is the sole proprietorship business, which means it is owned and managed by a single individual. The owner has complete control over the business operations and decision making, while he enjoys all the profits generated. He also carries an unlimited liability, which means he is personally responsible for any business debts or obligations. So now, first item is the business registration. Business registration is the process of formally recording a business so that it is legally recognized by the authorities. This step is important because it provides the business with a legal identity and allows it to operate within the law. Perabot Bandar Singapore Gong Mengkelih has been officially registered with the Companies Commission of Malaysia (SSM) under the Business Registration Act 1956 on 8 of October 2020. The registration with SSM can ensure that the business is compliant with national regulations and can gain customer trust. Second is capital and business ownership. Capital refers to the financial resources, assets, or funds contributed by the owner to start and continue operating the business. In this case, the owner has invested 100,000 as the initial capital for the business. Since this business is a sole proprietorship, it is fully owned by Mr. Muhammad Izani bin Ismail. As the owner, he holds full decision-making authority, receives all profits, and bears complete responsibility for the business performance. Third is management and control. Management and control involve planning, organizing, leading, and monitoring all business activities. As the sole proprietorship, Mr. Izani is directly responsible for all these aspects. He oversees daily operations, manage resources efficiently, respond to challenges promptly, and ensures that the business remains aligned with its goals. His full involvement helps the business maintain smooth and effective business operations. The fourth one is liability. Liability refers to the financial and legal obligations that a business must fulfill. This includes debts owed to suppliers, lenders, employees, or the government. Mr. Izani has taken a 50,000 loan from the Gong, and the repayment process is still ongoing. As a sole proprietorship with unlimited liability, he is personally accountable for settling this loan and any other financial commitments of the business. So the last one is books and account. Books and accounts are essential documents used to record all financial transactions of a business. Although sole proprietorship are not legally required to maintain formal accounting records, it is still good practice to do so. Therefore, Mr. Izani keeps proper records of business activities to determine whether the business is making a profit or experiencing loss. By maintaining accurate records, he is able to monitor performance, identify areas that need improvement, and make informed decisions for future planning.
Next, the classification of business item. The business item for Perabot Bandar Singapura Gong Mengkelih can be classified into asset, liabilities, capital, revenue, and expenses. Asset. Assets are properties that are owned by a business. Asset can be classified into two categories, which are current asset and non-current asset. Current assets are cash or goods that can be converted into cash within 1 year. Current assets that are owned by Perabot Bandar Singapura Gong Mengkelih are cash in hand, cash in bank, and inventory. Non-current assets are goods that cannot be converted into cash within 1 year and can be used in business for a long-term use. Non-current assets that are owned by Perabot Singapura Gong Mengkelih are building, lorry, repairing equipment, and furniture such as chair, table, and fans. Next is liability. Liability is an obligation or debt owed by business to an external parties. Liabilities can be classified into two categories, which are non-current liabilities and current liabilities. Non-current liabilities are amounts owed by the business that are not repaid within 1 year. Mr. Izani, the owner of business, took a loan from Tekun for 15,000 ringgit. The settlement for the loan is still in process to be paid back. The current liabilities are amounts owed by businesses that are to be repaid within 1 year. For example, account payables, bank overdraft, and accrued expenses. The worker states that the business does not have a current liability for now. Next is capital. Capital is the record of how much amount of money or asset that have been invested by owner in the process of starting the business. The capital prepared by the owner to start the business is around 100,000 ringgit. Next is revenue. Revenue is the total income earned by a company when it sells goods or provides services from business activities. It represents a company's primary source of income before deducting any expenses. For example, sales of goods, commission received, and interest received. For daily sale, the business got around 500 ringgit into 2,000 ringgit. For the monthly income, the business get 10,000 ringgit into 60,000 ringgit. The revenue can help in showing the business performance. Increase in revenue shows that the company is stable and growing well. Plus, it's help investor evaluate the business. Investor look at the revenue trends to see if the business is doing well or not. By seeing the combination of daily sales and monthly income of Perabot Bandar Singapura Gong Mengkelih, it shows impressive and stable business activities. Expenses. Expenses are the cost of asset or money that a company must pay in keeping the business running efficiently. The expenses spent by Perabot Bandar Singapura Gong Mengkelih are salaries, utility expenses, and transportation expenses, such as petrol and sales tax, since they need to manage the purchase and collection of stock from Singapore. Based on our interview session, the salary expenses spent by owner to pay the worker salary in a month are about 3,500 per worker. The utility expenses for electricity spent by owner are between 100 to 200 in 1 month. The expenses provided for repairing tools are 1,000 for each 3 months. For the transportation expenses, the company spent about 900 ringgit to 1,700 ringgit for the petrol for their round trip to Singapore. Plus, they also had to pay the sales tax due to the process of imported goods from Singapore, which is 123.90 cents per trip.
One interesting part of this business are their manual recording system. They do not have anything. They do not use any accounting software such as SQL, UBS, or Excel. Instead, they record everything by hand using sales receipt, purchase receipt, and also a simple notebook for weekly and monthly profit. Their process is by daily. Everything has a receipt. For weekly, sales and expenses are added manually. For monthly, weekly totals are combined into a one simple profit and loss summary. So all documents are kept at the owner's house, and only the owner and the manager can access them. This system is simple but free, but it also has a risk such as human mistakes, lost document, and also damage from flood or accidents.
Okay, next I will explain the strength of the business. Firstly, one of the main strengths of this business is its ability to offer imported used furniture from Singapore at lower prices. This allows the business to meet customer demand for quality furniture at a more affordable cost. By providing high quality items and budget-friendly prices, the business gains a competitive advantage over new furniture stores, as customers are more likely to choose a value for money alternative. Secondly, another significant strength is the confidentiality of security of financial records. Since the owner has access to these important documents, the risk of misuse or unauthorized handling is greatly reduced. This ensures that the business financial information remains safe and well managed. Lastly, as a sole proprietorship, the business benefits from full involvement of the owner, Mr. Izani. He personally handles the business operations, management, and decision-making processes. This allows the business to respond quickly to challenge, adapt to opportunities, and maintain smooth daily operations. His personal commitment also fosters a strong sense of responsibility and accountability, which contributes to the overall success and stability of the business.
For the weakness, as we interviewed the worker, we discovered several weaknesses that lead to an inefficient in recording process. First, the business financial transactions are recorded physically in book without the use of technology. This method is a bit risky because the transaction is only exists in the physical book without no backup of it. The chances of the book being misplaced or damaged by incidents such as flood are high and could cause a major problem for their business activities. Therefore, the worker must be constantly careful in maintaining a systematic record to ensure no accounting data are lost. Next, the process is prone to manual error. When transactions are recorded by hand, workers are more likely to make mistakes in entries and calculations, which can lead into inaccurate financial statements. We know that even a small error in recording process can negatively affect decision-making and overall business activity of Perabot Bandar Singapura Gong Mengkelih. Additionally, an unclear handwriting can cause misinterpretation, and any correction of it can make it look messy and reduce the neatness of the journal. Lastly, physical record make analyze difficult. Summarizing large amount of data becomes challenging, and calculating total, average, and other important figure manually is time-consuming, and it also increases the risk of missing data or pattern when information is later transferred into computer for creating graph and chart.
Okay, that's all from us. Thank you for watching. Bye.